So, Katie, we know Bitcoin has been in a range for the entirety of this year so far. It seems we have broken out of it. Where's the support? Where's the resistance? What do you think is coming next?
Well, there's certainly a short-term breakout, and that comes after what was an oversold condition from an intermediate-term perspective. It's always very important that we see a reaction like this to those intermediate-term oversold readings, or it suggests that we're in a bear market. So indeed, our indicators are now pointing higher. So Bitcoin and also Ether, they narrowly avoided big breakdowns earlier this year. They came into support that we define using the cloud model, which has a Japanese name, Ichimoku. It is something that we can see on the Bloomberg charts there. And it's about 38,000 for Bitcoin that was tested successfully and served as a staging ground for this nice relief rally. And because that level was left intact, it basically kind of preserves this long-term range. And we have what is a short-term bullish bias just with the breakout that's occurred. In terms of momentum and in terms of resistance, the positive momentum is already leading to a test for Bitcoin, at least of the 200-day moving average. The 200-day, mind you, has kind of flattened out a little bit, somewhat equivalent to the 40-week moving average that we have on our chart. And that does reflect a loss of long-term upside momentum, but it's also a bit of a psychological hurdle. So when we do see cryptocurrencies and any other asset clear the 200-day, it tends to be a nice sort of boost to the momentum that is already there. So if we see a little breakout above the 200-day, that would be a good thing.
What do you think about Ether? Do you also use Ichimoku to look at Ether?
I do, yeah. We use the same methodology for just about every investment vehicle there is. So it's not specific to the cryptocurrencies, but it's definitely applicable, especially to commodities and FX. Anything that trades with liquidity globally really seems to adhere to these cloud-based levels. So we're also applying it to Ether. Support around 2350 was tested and held successfully. And again, here now we're seeing these minor breakouts to the upside above the equivalent cloud-based resistance on the daily chart. So we do have these minor breakouts, and we are seeing nice upside follow through. That's of course shared by the equity market to which the cryptocurrencies have been positively correlated this year. Bitcoin, I think, has room to test resistance around 51,000. It's been a level that's been a focus of ours for some time now, and it's based primarily on a 50% retracement level. And that was a natural objective for what we've seen so far.